My name is Margaret Boden. I'm Research Professor of Cognitive Science at the University of Sussex. Well, the one that everybody's getting excited about is called deep learning. Everybody thinks it's an innovation. It isn't really, because the theory was worked out about 25 years ago. What deep learning is using neural networks to learn patterns from huge amounts of data. So it might be thousands and thousands of images, taken off YouTube, or it might be the health records for an entire country. And it isn't until very recently that we've had either those large amounts of data available to be used, or enough computing power to actually look at them and compare them and find these patterns. Financial systems use these sorts of things to trade shares and to trade currencies against one another. And of course they do it incredibly fast, and far faster than a human being can monitor it or can think it, and indeed they have already caused more than one financial crash as a result. And so a lot of research is going on now in this sort of area in AI to make AI systems in general more transparent. In other words, more easily intelligible, at least to the human experts. Way back in the Middle Ages, of course, very, very few people had an education, very few people could even read, but the ones who could, the scholars, had what we would regard as amazing memories, because they had systems, well-known systems called mnemonics, which they used to remember things, because they didn't have printing. We are de-skilled in that sense. We're very poor memorizers. And so, yes, the similar sorts of things can be expected to happen. Well, the singularity is an idea which some people have got, that AI systems become superhuman in intelligence. And some of the people who believe it's going to happen are very pleased, because they say, look, we will have all of our major problems will be solved. I think that many, many human problems, and certainly the ones that I think we find most important and most interesting, aren't that sort of problem. And there are other people who also think the singularity is going to happen, but they're much more pessimistic, because they think, that these systems will take over. It's not that they think that they will deliberately destroy us because they have some animus against human beings. Much more likely, so the story goes, they will just be indifferent to us, as most of us are to, ants. I mean, we think nothing of crushing ants if we go out for a walk. And so similarly, these pessimists say, this would be the situation with these superintelligent AIs. Well, I hope that we will be able to work together for two reasons, and the most important one is for, human well-being. So that people still have jobs, they still have a purpose in their lives, they still have the feeling that they're putting food on the table, which even if a universal basic income came in and put food on the table for you, you wouldn't have the feeling that you had put it there. So that's one reason. And the other reason is, of course, that there are still, many things which only human beings can do, and which these systems can't do. So that if you can have a situation in which the human beings do the things that only they can do, and the AI systems do what they can do, and if you can integrate them together, then you'll get the best result.